Okay, I'm going to count down from 3, 2, 1, go, and we go on go. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
I poked my head out of the gutter for 1 freaking second and fate shovels shit in my face. Go get some sleep. What are you gonna do? I'll drop by your office tomorrow and we can start sorting this mess out.
All right, I am very delayed, but it will have to.
Nice bike. No, my bike!
Will you be working for my father?
Maybe.
It's so difficult having a rich and powerful father. Vamos. See you around.
Are you as stupid? Show me some ID.
Alright, I have verified that everything is working on the restrings end. Apart from a massive delay, but I guess we just gotta deal with it.
This way!
One thing you gotta realize about this town, you gotta pack some heat. The local gun shop is a couple of blocks away.
Also, there are no commentators, and I have no idea what's going on in this category. But from the looks of it, this looks like your average Vice City run so far.
It is.
No, you're like falling off a bike here and missing a turn, but so far.
I'm gonna go see what I can dig up. I'll be watching you, Tommy.
You call that a bike? That's a go-kart, partner.
Hey, Leo, I think we got a buyer for Diaz's merchandise. Gotta give him a ring, man. Set up the deal, you know?
Where are you now?
You okay, Leo? You sound kinda different.
Just tell me where you are.
Who the hell is this?
No,
What do you
dude,
want, man?
Leo's gone away for a while. He left me in charge.
Screw you, man.
Pay first.
Dumb Florida moron.
Remember, guilty as a dirty... You remember Giorgio? You remember he's innocent?
So far, the two runners are pretty tight. So, YBurak looks like he's a bit behind, but there's a bit of a desynchronization between his stream and mine. So I think right now this is all actually really tight, except for Burak missing the dupe that lost him a lot of time. Yeah, I didn't quite catch what went wrong there on that dupe.
Hola, is this Mr. Versetti?
Yeah,
This is Cortez. You were at my party?
yeah, I remember.
Mr. Versetti, it was a most unfortunate incident that happened with your business deal.
I know.
I want you to know me and my people are doing their utmost to get to the bottom of it. If you'd like to talk to me more privately, you can find me at the boat, huh? Okay? Good day, senor.
Hello.
Hey, finally a commentator.
Yeah, sorry, we were discussing downsampling.
I saw, I was like, I'm just gonna stay out of this. And then I decided to join in, and then you came.
Yeah, I was like watching. I was like, when Gail asked when Ben like something, and then Gail said, "But why?" I was literally about to also type, "But why?" and then I was just like, "Oh, I'll just let Gail argue with him." Anyway. What's happening? It looks like Barak missed the Jury Fury dupe, right?
Yeah, that set him back quite a lot. So far, these runs, you know, me not being able to tell the difference between a bad run and a very bad run, or a good run and a very good run. But so far, these runs seem pretty good, other than that Jury Fury mishap. I'm sure the runners think otherwise, though.
I'm looking up PBs.
Burak has just over an hour, I believe, and Faulux has 56 minutes PB, if I remember that correctly. I looked it up just 30 seconds.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So going by PBs, Burak really can't use that Jury Fury mishap. That's really nasty.
No, wait, it's the other way around. Barak's 56, and
Oh.
Faulux is an hour. So, if anything, that makes it a good race.
Yeah. Oh, good job, guys. Oh yeah. You're right.
You say you're delayed, and I'm watching it from your stream, so I'm probably really delayed.
I have to figure out this setup that the English Ben taught me. It works nice for setting up, but the streams are somehow really delayed. Burak's stream more so than Faulux's. So I might just go back to my old ghetto setup.
Yeah.
But I'll worry for later. I'll give this one its fair shot and see how it goes. So this is actually an interesting race then.
Let's hope they're not like so close we can't tell who wins because of the delays.
Yeah, if it's that close, we're gonna have to go by live splits then. Which, come to think of, that can easily be faked as well. And we'll run through the vault then.
Yeah,
and,
just retime from the vault.
Use the photo.
Yeah.
That's if it gets to that point, of course.
Oh, you can just kick the French guy off the bike. Oh, crap.
You don't even need to kick him, you can just chainsaw him as he's on. You gotta do the running chainsaw attack instead of like the one where Tommy swings the thing around like as if it's like a baseball, because otherwise he'll drive off.
Yeah, I remember struggling on that mission so much. I just didn't know where he was going to go and stuff.
Yeah. I guess kicking him off the bike is a bit safer though, because then you're guaranteed that he won't drive off. You can't shoot him anymore, Crazy Charles, because people finally started to not pick up the pistol that I didn't already do back in 2014. And because skipping the pistol is actually faster, because you have a chainsaw that does the job better.
I haven't practiced any salad. I need to like... What did I call you? Salad, not Leon. I want to practice for November first, which is this weekend.
If you had to do a run right now, would you be confident in like remembering the route?
No. I'd have to use like splits, but then I would get to the bit with the duping and the skipping the assets, and I wouldn't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. I had that issue as well.
It's something to do with vigilantes and phone calls and cherry poppers.
That's the easy way, yeah. I'm going to assume these runners won't do that unless something goes wrong. But we'll see when we get there. Right now we have a very boring mission. Everybody's favorite mission. Guardian.
Tommy, I need some help here.
Alright, so just a quick announcement. It looks like we'll be having a race from Group Erectrot after this race. So double the fun.
All right. Yeah, I think my group, everyone's like not doing anything for like a week.
Are you in Group Possessed Warrior?
Yeah.
Haha.
Yeah, I think all the other groups are going to finish before us.
I live.
Well,
Big
they've certainly
head.
started
And it's
before
all
us. I don't know if
down
they'll
for you.
finish.
What is your name? Tommy. I see you soon.
I assume everyone has to play like once in against everyone else.
Shit, where's that guy Lance?
That's
Is that how it works?
good. Yeah, that's how it works. We will have to see how the organizers will deal with people bailing.
Hmm. Means I have to do
I
6
think,
races.
I think in the previous tournament of Vice City, there were like most of the races were done except for like 3 or something.
Yeah, there were.
Which is a pretty good turnover rate.
Yeah, there were just a few people that like never. The schedules just never aligned with each other, so they could never race.
Yeah. And here's the obligatory gate zip failure. Well, probably in the past for the runner now, hopefully. But it always happens.
Tommy, it's Ricardo Diaz. I want to thank you for looking out for me, my man.
What do you try to
I
do?
asked that
Just
prick
does he
Cortez,
just
said
zip
you're
on
the
his
real
own?
deal, my friend. Will you not come see me?
I think there's multiple ways. I think there's one way where you can. Oh, he didn't actually get it. I think there's one way where you can just go like drive and wheelie, and Tommy will fall off, and that was it. But you can also like drive up the fence and then like drive up the fence and then press F and then that teleports Tommy as well. That's the one I do, but I think there's multiple ways of doing. But sometimes you get the English band bug where your F button just doesn't and Tommy won't get off or out or in his vehicle, and then you're just stuck there driving up the fence like an idiot, and that's exactly what's happened here. Let's see if Burak has done it. There we go, that's how it's supposed to go.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Hearing this commentary 20 seconds after Burak did it, but it's fine.
You nearly freaking hit me. You crazy bitch!
Well, even with the variable delays, Burak is definitely catching up then.
Yeah, he is actually. I think taking the delay into account, he's only a few seconds behind.
You better keep on running, asshole.
Still, making up those few seconds can still be pretty difficult, so we'll see how this. Alright, Faulux, if you're driving or after doing the Adam zip, when driving down the bridge towards the helicopter, look behind you for a proof that it is.
Verification.
Yes. After you did, after you respawn on. There we go, this run is perfectly legit. Now I gotta figure out some verification task for Bura. But he's slowly closing in on this. It's actually pretty interesting to watch now.
Yeah, most of the races so far have been really one-sided. And I think there's going to be loads of those, right? 'Cause there's loads of different skill groups.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially in the group stages. You get a lot closer afterwards, I guess.
That's why I'm racing the people outside my tier first, so that when I race the ones inside my tier, hopefully it will be a better race because I've gotten the practice and they've gotten the practice.
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess I should try to do the same as I race the people I'm not going to win against first.
Is there anyone you're going to win against?
Might be someone I have a shot. Let me have a look, actually.
I think you were the lowest, you had the slowest time of all the participants that had, I think.
Oh.
But maybe you got grouped with someone who didn't have the time. My bet is on Phnom Penh that Burak won't make up any time over Faulux at all. What do you think?
They make up time with the auto-scroller. I mean, one of them might shoot Lance and the other one not.
Oh yeah. Yeah, shooting Lance is pretty risky because if you mess it up, you lose a lot of time, let's put it like that. But these are fairly experienced runners, so I'm going to assume that won't happen. If it does, that's gonna suck massively.
What if they both do it?
That's a good question.
Who can get unsoft locked first?
I'm guessing that would either be a rematch, or maybe someone. It would be a wait for like this random card to come down.
Yeah, you can get out of it. I've gotten out of it before.
Sure. Did you get out of it legitimately?
Yeah, there was one time I got out of it legitimately.
With like a car driving by?
Yeah, well, it took like 3 cars to explode on the opposite side of the road to blow up the heli.
That's beautiful. Oh, Faulux didn't actually get the quick kill. It seems that he doesn't actually use the clothes replay. Maybe he fat fingered it, or he just doesn't do it. So he did actually lose some time, but he didn't softlock, so it's good. That's what's important.
Nah, Barrack didn't softlock either. I can dream. Anyway, I was looking at my
Wait,
group.
You want these people to softlock, Joe?
I want someone to softlock once in one of these races.
But not you,
I mean, I probably will.
right? Someone else.
I learnt the timing. It's like as soon as Lance says something, if you skip the cutscene or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. If you kill all the 3 people before the cutscene comes, I think the cutscene will still come in, but it will be shorter, and you might be able to skip it. And obviously, there won't be any people standing in a cutscene. Then you can just do it as soon as Lance starts talking.
Yeah, I was
But
looking
if
at my
you-
groups, and it looks like the only one who's worse than me is Macabak, who doesn't have a time. Everyone
Excellent.
else. Yeah, so I have a chance.
I think in real time Burak has already overtaken Faulux, but on the video I don't. He has. But let's just assume Burak hasn't overtaken him yet, because it will make for an interesting watch as he slowly creeps towards. One can only imagine what is going through Faulux's mind in a situation like. And there we go, the official overtake.
We got some competition. So Tommy, we know it was Diaz busted our deal. So why in the hell are we running errands for him? The more we learn now, the less we have to learn when we take this town over. I like your style, man. Real fresh.
Yes, you read that right. Unless I made a miscalculation, there will be 105 races in the groups, and this is race number 6.
Jeez.
Watch yourself. They're coming from all over. Got 'em. Head for Diaz as fast as you can.
There's no way every single one of those is going to be restreamed though, right?
No, we already missed the first 2 on the race.
Ah, okay.
They're probably not all going to happen either, as we discussed it.
Yeah. We'll probably have like a good amount will be like 90.
Yeah, that would be a really satisfying amount.
Sleep with the fish. Trouble up ahead. You want some of this?
Yeah, is there an actual cut-off date?
Good shooting,
I saw the date December 20 something mentioned, yeah. But I've also seen someone mention that this will probably bleed into January anyway.
Yeah.
So it's probably like a soft cutoff date, but probably not.
People just hopeful that we finish before Christmas, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. To be honest, I think these group stage races are more interesting, so the more the merrier.
This is actually a really close race right now.
Yeah, Faulux is still keeping up with Burak here. Just one mission pickup cutscene difference, so that's not too. Judging from the leaderboard times, though, Burak definitely is the most experienced runner here. So it's going to be really hard work for Faulux to keep up with him. If I had to take a guess, not knowing any of these runners, is that probably Burak is going to make up a lot of time over Faulux on the duping at the end. Because, you know, that's a really difficult trick, but who knows, maybe Faulux actually, like, maybe that's the part that Faulux invested most of his time in for practice. So, it can still be interesting.
What's up with the gunner? Don't know, sir. Get topside.
Ooh, that's not a good place to land a heli.
Ooh, what happened? Oh, he flew into a tree.
It
That's mad.
survives.
Yeah, that's wow, that was well saved.
But now
That's
what?
going to lose him a lot of time though, because he's going to have to get a new helicopter, which is basically going to be 2012 or 2009 strand, where he has to like take a vehicle from the garage and just drive to either the police station in downtown or to the chopper station, the news station in downtown, which is slightly further, but the helicopter is better. Another alternative is to just do the rest of this section by vehicle, but of course the very next mission is Death Row,
Yeah.
which has you fly into the junkyard, and Faulux's stream is hanging for me right now. Ah, there we go.
Nice to hear from you, lad.
Oh, it's hung again.
thought the game crashed and he shot that car.
Yeah.
Just to say, you know, look, Tommy, we can do this thing.
So that's really that's lost a lot of time.
We're going to be dead, Lance. We're in too far
I
now.
think Faulux' best bet on winning this race right now, if that's his goal, maybe he's just in it for fun. I don't know, I am, is for Burak to make a very similar mistake or have a similar accident.
Still glitching cars, even though they need a car on the road? Or
That's,
is there a set spawn?
That's a good question, yeah. It looks like he's going for the security car, which is very slow and is locked 90% of the time. Oh, he got the 10%. That is amazing. Like that is actually 90% of the time that thing is locked. It looks like he is. I have no idea what he's going. This is a very interesting situation to be in if you're not a runner from 2013 or before or something, because you're just used to having a helicopter at this point, and if you trash it, then the obvious choice would be to reset.
Yeah, just went for the cheetah.
Yeah, it's a good vehicle. It's
Probably the best one anywhere near where you were.
Yeah. It looks like he's going to pick up a helicopter from downtown. I honestly have no idea which one of the two you should get. All he's going to do is not a stunt. Okay, he's going for the Fijian chopper, which is faster, but it's further away. I think that's
I'm enjoying a little
the
R&R
best
in
choice.
Malibu.
Yeah.
You don't want to use the police one though and have it control differently and then like crash in death row or something.
Yeah, true. Although the police one is easier to control than the Fijian chopper. But of course, if you're used to the shit chopper, the difficult chopper, we call it shit, it's pretty good. If you're used to the difficult chopper, then flying the easy chopper might actually just be more difficult. Right, yeah, Burak really has a massive lead now. That's
Yeah, got Lance. No mishaps.
Burak, Faulux only flying to Kent Paul's place, and only now just getting back on the route.
Yeah, it's such a
Yeah,
long detour for a helicopter, but it's really worth it.
yeah, the helicopter is used for a couple more missions after this, and it's really fast.
It just makes death row so much easier as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trying to get out of there with a car is such a nightmare.
Yeah. The same goes for Carplant, although an alternative for Carplant would be to take a Sparrow that's right next to the gap. But yeah, Death Row, you definitely want to do Death Row with a helicopter.
Yeah, just that one mission alone.
Especially if you never looked into like car strats for me, because it's a really tough mission to just improvise.
Yeah, it's a shame you only need, you know, there's a backup helicopter in the next mission,
There
but you
goes my careful
can't
planning
afford
blown
it.
to shit. Thanks to you. You screwed up real good, Lance. He killed my brother. What do you expect me to do, mow his lawns?
We're gonna have to take out that prick Diaz before he takes us out. You okay to use a gun?
Sure, I guess. Nice to see you too.
Let's get out of here.
Ew. For a second then Lance wasn't there, I was thinking he got stuck. And I thought this gets out as well.
Get patched up and meet me on the bridge at Star Island, okay?
Okay, I got you.
Just going to get something to drink real quick. This race is making me thirsty. It's that exciting.
I'm dealing with a cat screaming at me right now. I don't think the microphone's going to pick it up.
Do you want me to hold the fort while everyone goes and does their thing?
I mean, I can't go anywhere. She's been fed. She's being a bitch. But yeah, hello.
Hello.
I'm going to need your help as soon as possible, amigo. So please hurry. Tell me I need
I wonder
you,
if I
alright?
could lift her up to the mic and make her meow at that. Wait. No? Okay.
This place is gonna be crawling with assholes. Be careful.
Don't worry, Tommy. I'll cover you.
So did you join the rate of the tournament, Charlie?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I don't have enough time to learn and work full time as well.
You don't have to learn.
If by learn I mean get DXWND to work and Vice City to work, then ain't nobody got time for that. Because I've tried and it's just not happening.
Alright. Comes the old teleport out of the mall in
Yeah,
the
we get into
Infernus.
get the whole interior world outside. It's lucky that there's this the reference point is a rampage or a adrenaline pickup. If it wasn't there, then there'd be almost no reference point for it.
You have the mini-map.
Oh, that's true.
That's what I was using while I was driving. Yeah, in San
It's-
Andreas, the minimap would be like offset, but I guess this game doesn't do that. Or at least the mall doesn't.
The problem really isn't the driving, because you can use the minimap, but the parking definitely is, because you want to park as well as possible, right?
Yeah, I guess the
I guess that goes for driving too.
Remember
But
the name.
can I fly the heli? I invented helicopters, man.
Did you know that
Nice store.
every GTA game, the helicopter rotors rotate the wrong way?
I did not know that.
Yep. It would still, like, technically work, it's just less efficient and not realistic at all.
Wow, is that? How do rotor blades work though?
It's not like... Because the main rotor blade can spin in whatever direction it wants, theoretically. It's the tail rotor that's the problem. So, like, you can either make the tail rotor, like, push or pull the air away from the tail. So, like, if it spins one way to counteract the main blade spinning the other way, then it'll push all the air onto the tail and fuck up the aerodynamics of the tail. But if it, like, pushes it away from the tail, it makes way more sense than what real helicopters do. But in this game, like, the way the main blade spins, it means the tail rotor must be pushing towards the tail, and it's, like, bad.
Would the solution be to mount the tail rotor on the other side of the...
Yeah.
Would that work?
Yeah. It's just, the only thing that matters is pushing the air away from the tail instead of onto it.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, for some reason, like, even intentionally to piss people off or what, but... at least in San Andreas and VCS it's wrong. I'm not sure about VC. I didn't look.
Get in the car, useless.
Clearly, Rockstar have come a long way from incorrectly putting, or intentionally or not, down to putting horse testicles that shrink in the cold in their latest games. Times have certainly changed in Edinburgh. Or wherever that particular part of the game was programmed.
But do they actually, though? Like, has anyone verified this?
I have no idea, but that's the meme, isn't it?
I'm assuming that something like tail rotor spinning is very exclusive knowledge. That
I mean...
you just have to have like a person in the QA team who knows that shit.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know until someone in my chat told me.
Yeah, well, how many people are in your chat, and how long did it take you for that one guy to finally show up?
Yeah.
Because so I think Rockstar can be forgiven for this, but I do think they should release a patch that fixes this. Every time I see other commentators talk about the Bob roll thing, where you toss a grenade and then shoot these bikes with your machine, they always fail to mention a very important thing, and that is to crouch before the cutscene.
Otherwise, you'll get knocked over.
If you don't crouch before the cutscene, Tommy will start running towards in front of the explosion.
Ah.
And then you won't be in position anymore.
Howdy, son. Just thought I'd ring you up and give you some advice.
Hey, Avery, what's eating you?
There's a lot of opportunity in this town if you own the right real estate. You catch my drift?
I reckon so.
All I'm saying is keep your eyes open, and you might find the perfect business opportunity.
Oh, look, here you go, Barak.
Later,
So
Avery.
the main rotor is spinning clockwise, yeah? Which means it...
Clockwise from the bottom or from the
Now
top?
that got them really irritated.
Isn't it the same?
No, clockwise is counterclockwise if you look from it from yours.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, from the top.
Alright.
So it wants to spin the entire helicopter counterclockwise, right? Because of it? Because of, you know,
Yeah,
every action has an equal and opposite reaction.
yeah, that makes sense.
So that means the rotor has to do the opposite, which means it pushes air towards the tail.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
But then the tail is in the way for of the air, so it's not pushed as efficient.
It's going counterclockwise even from that was from the bottom. Oh, I'm confused now.
Yeah, I was going to say it's when in the wind-up animation it's going anti-clockwise.
Ooh, fits perfectly. Bit tighter around
Maybe
the
it's correct in this
Oh
game.
yeah, mine too.
Maybe.
Mine too.
I'm trying to let me put it in paint and then I'll figure it out.
It
This
looks,
is really
it looks,
stunted.
it looks like it's definitely rotating clockwise when you see the blades to spin at full speed, but that could very well just be a frame.
Alright, I'm gonna download Vice City real quick.
You haven't even got it downloaded.
Who knew that the inspiration for Josh to download Vice City or take the first step in installing Vice City would be the helicopter?
Well,
You know, I was gonna do it later.
by later do you mean like 10 minutes before your first race?
No. Okay, I can't download it anyway. I have missing privileges apparently. You run it as admin.
Borak is struggling a bit with making a replay or starting a rampage replay on mission. I'm not sure what he's trying to do because I'm not sure what you're supposed to do here, but I can tell that he's not doing what he should be doing. Okay, looks like he got it now.
There we go. But I don't know, perhaps the rampage wasn't starting properly.
Yeah, I don't know. I know that these two missions they're a mess. Out of the route, especially my Hundo route. I was doing a Hundo run the other day and everything went fine, and then I got to these missions and I was like, what do I do? And I lost like half an hour on 2 missions. Yeah, that's fun. That dude was fun. Yeah, we are the best commentator team for this to take on this.
I was trying to fix my Steam.
I was watching a chess match the other day, and the commentators were grandmasters of chess. And I was like, those are good people to have as commentators. But we are not grandmasters.
No. I was wondering why my stream was lagging, but I just realized I'm downloading VCS. Like max speed.
Right, Sonny. We're all friends. You never write me, you never call. Don't you want to be friends no more?
I've been busy trying to sort things out. You didn't give me a lot of support.
Burak getting stuck on some enemies there. On
Well, I've heard you've been busy,
this is spilling the beans, isn't it?
drug barons, busy taking
Oh,
over.
aye, not the
Forget about
face.
us, Tommy, because I
Oh,
can assure you.
with the infamous Yoshi jump, or Yoshi jump.
Yosh jump, yeah.
Which he executed successfully.
That's 12 HP though. Don't fall off the car. 6
yeah.
HP.
So Monk S. Whoa!
All it takes is one tiny accident, and Faulux will be ahead. Oh, and there's a car trying to make it happen, but no, it didn't happen. And here's the duping. It looks like it's going to be the medium duping, not the fast duping, not the slow duping, but the medium duping. Do you know how many times to dupe, Josh and Charles?
5.
Ah, nice harmony. One of you sounded a lot more confident. So.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Faulux is
Yeah. On a
Um,
rampage.
body armor.
He started the rampage without starting whatever the other thing is that you need to. And apparently he hasn't made a save yet, and that loses you 2 minutes.
He was on this. He was on the save menu for like a good 5 seconds, thinking about whether to save or not,
Damn.
and then didn't save.
Maybe. No, I don't know what happened. I missed it, but something went wrong. Be it either just bad luck or bad decision making. And now he's paying for it, and that's. I think that might just be like. That's a big blow. It's such a painful time loss too, because there's just nothing productive you can do.
Just go on somebody's car.
Yeah, like at least if you die and lose 2 minutes, at least you're doing something for those 2 minutes. That being catching up with where you were. But if you miss it like this, all you do is just, well, I gotta wait, and it's very painful. I feel sorry. I feel bad for Faulux.
Burak, on the other hand, I think is now going back to
he finished the dupes and
final
now,
mission.
I think he still has hit the courier left, which is the final mission of the non-linear part. And then it's the 2 finale missions, Print Works 3 and Keep Your Friends Close.
Skipping lines here. Private business, you're not welcome.
Yep. We need to give Burak one of these assignments, by the way.
I am the official Theta Inspector.
Forget the plates.
Yeah, can you push this car into the river?
I think it's already past that
Delay.
point.
Yeah,
Oh,
the, the delay's pretty huge.
You can, by the way.
Hello. We have an actual knowledgeable
I
cop
think-
there.
It's
we have
Marushka.
I can help.
Good.
You can push the car. But you
I had
cannot destroy it.
Marushka on mute. That's why I didn't hit.
Feels bad.
Wow.
Burak
Yeah.
making this journey with a pop tyre though.
phase, no the phase. Oh, I talk.
Okay, Burak, after killing the last collector and when driving back to Starfish Island, can you look behind you for like a
Okay.
Can you look behind? For what?
for verification?
I never asked your sister out, man.
Looks like Burak has some catching up with cars to do, maybe phone calls as well. Nice. Okay, the mark is there. I thought maybe he had not taken a phone call yet, but he was just catching up on cars that he forgot.
I imagine he'll be going for the TTC snipe.
We'll find out. Yep.
Oh, shit, yo, you trying to jack me? What's going on?
He didn't get it.
That's a rip.
Yep. Race-wise, he can afford to lose that time though, unfortunately, for making the race interesting. But a good race nonetheless. Oh.
Tommy,
Sonny.
how busy you are suffering?
Okay, Faulux is doing the easy, safe, slowly. Not sure if he just does that straight away or if something happened to his. But this is probably the one you should be doing, Joe.
Alright. I'm also back. After extensive testing, the blades in Vice City do spin the correct way.
Woo!
Nice.
So either the person in chat was wrong or it's only Vice City. It's weird. I'll have to check the other games now.
Do you have San Andreas installed?
I guess I could do that now. Yeah, okay. Let's see.
It'll be all you're thinking about for the next
Yeah, I guess
hour
you're
or
right.
so if you didn't do it.
And do you have GTA 3 installed?
No. It's probably the
maybe.
same, right? As
GTA
VC.
3 doesn't have flyable helicopters. It was a trick question. Although maybe you can tell what direction the blades of the police helicopters are.
So did anyone in chat get what time you started this mission? Any predictions on YBurak's final time?
I did not pay attention. It's going to look like a 101 something if I understand this well. I wouldn't be able to tell you to the second.
There was a guy who always used to be able to, I think it was Earlies, who always used to crop up in chats and when people were at the end of their run and accurately predict their time.
My San Andreas crashes when I try to open it.
Great.
Yeah. I updated from Windows 7 to Windows 10, and the first thing I did was make sure San Andreas worked, and it did. Now it doesn't.
That's Windows 10 for you.
Shout
I
out
didn't
to the
pay
Windows 7
attention
master
whether
race.
I didn't look whether Burak did the looking behind the thing, but so after you kill Sonny, Burak, can you do a 720 no scope on like the wall or something?
I already did.
I never asked your sister out, man.
Tommy. Sonny.
Alright, here it goes. That's Sonny for you. Oh, the weapon switch. That's like a 1-on-1 11 on my end, but the timer started really early. What is the time for you, Burak? GG, by the way.
What are you doing?
Thanks.
Tommy. Sonny. Obviously you are suffering from hearing problems, so I'll try again.
What was the time on your end?
My scooter didn't work, I guess.
Looks
is
like
zero.
I have to go by the video then. But I'm going to guess that was like a 100, like 30 something. And in the meantime, Faulux finished the dupes, so let's just watch how Faulux is going to wrap up this.
Tommy, we gotta talk about stuff.
What's the problem?
Private business. You're not welcome.
It's you, my friend. I feel you're not...
Private business. You're not welcome. Private business.
Definitely some major setbacks this run, but Burak, what do you have to say about this race?
Man, I binded my key to B. I couldn't talk when I'm on vehicle.
I won't rip you off or stab you in the
That's
back,
nasty.
okay? Just take it easy. This is tough enough without you getting all emotional on me. Trust me. You hear me?
I'm back.
You hear me?
GG.
I hear you, Tommy.
Thanks.
But I can't take too much more.
Kill him. Get the plate.
Just relax. Take a few days off. Okay? I'll talk to you.
Oh, okay. It turns out you can't run San Andreas and Vice City at the same time.
Right, what did Fame what did he say in chat? I'm guessing that's your native language.
And Sultan, how are you? Turkish, Kardashim, Ederi. I recognize those two words, but I don't remember what they mean.
Asking for how am I doing. And congratulations.
Tommy, it's me, Lance.
Cool.
Keep your mouth
As
shut.
long as it wasn't
I ain't
something
got no time to
bannable.
talk. I ain't interested
Oh,
in
no.
what you gotta say. Why should I be? You don't care about me, do you? You gotta look after me a bit better. Give me a spare slice, you know? Hey, Tommy, man, look, hey, I'm sorry. It's just that people patronize me all my life, treat me like a little kid. My brother would do that. Please, man, don't do that. I gotta go.
I'll be back.
So Faulux is just glitching some more cars here to make sure he doesn't have any traffic on the roads. Taking a phone call. Starting Cat the Collector. Let's see if he goes for the snipe. I fear that his luck so far is not. No, he hasn't gone for it.
No.
And we're going to be doing it the old-fashioned way.
Oh,
Gotta make sure he doesn't get busted as well. Oh, he's got 2 stars. That could try to span him in the works. Though I'm not seeing any police cars. Does this car glitching also prevent cop cars from spawning?
yep.
Oh,
Except,
that's helpful.
except for scripted cop cars.
Ah.
Oh,
and he's,
one
no.
guy.
Just not working out.
We'll get him next time.
Those motorcycles are really fast.
They're scripted, right? Or not?
I mean, I think their speed is the same speed as the normal Sanchez.
They just seem to be really fast.
Basically the same speed. I think because of leaning forwards, of course, you can catch up.
Oh, and he's missed this one as well. Yeah.
Come down here right away.
He's gonna wait the phone call now. Before he enters Starfish, where he's gonna get warped to the mansion.
Lizard, like, watch out!
Oh no. I guess he didn't get it. Must have cancelled it at some point. I guess we are running.
Burak's time was 101. We think we've got to check the VOD because there was a huge delay on his stream game feed, and also he didn't have a live split running.
How do you cancel the warp? Well, you can cancel it by entering Starfish on mission 1, or I think dying sometimes cancels it, sometimes it doesn't, I have no clue. And sometimes it just cancels for no reason. I don't know how his run went, so can't tell you right now.
one to cover your ass now.
So seasoned VC watchers will know what's going on here, but for anyone, any newcomers in the stream, what's going on right now is if you start this mission,
Absolutely nothing. That's what's going on.
If you do not move the mouse, then no enemies will spawn, or they do spawn, but they can't get into the area where you are. So just makes this part of the mission completely boring. You just have to sit there and wait.
Good thing it's at the end.
Yeah.
Imagine a section like that at the very beginning of the run. There's plenty of examples of that, but fortunately this isn't one.
Going crazy in old runs.
At least you're doing something and going crazy, but yeah, that's a good example.
He's having serious trouble with the stairs as well. It's just, I wish him much better luck for his future races because quite a few of the things he's tried haven't gone quite right today.
You still don't get it, do you? I own you, Tommy. Those 15 years were mine to spend. Get him, boys. He never understood a thing.
And with that, Sonny appears for the final showdown.
Tommy?
Hooray,
oh my God, Tommy,
GG.
what happened?
GG, that's like
GG.
a 111 something.
It looks like you ruined your
GG.
suit, and Tommy, that was a
Classic.
Still not the
Yeah.
slowest run in this tournament so far.
Had a disagreement
Hey,
with
I
the
haven't done
business
any runs
associate.
yet.
Tommy, I have a disagreement. I send them an
Congrats,
Because life's a bit
Faulux.
measuring days.
I don't start World War III.